back to another episode of Wrestle Chat with your host, K-Dog.
And E-Boy.
And this weekend was one of the biggest weekends in Japanese pro wrestling, in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And that was Wrestle Kingdom weekend with New Year's Dash.
Yep.
And this year it's the 20 years. It's been 20 years of Wrestle Kingdom. And what a way to celebrate Wrestle Kingdom 20.
Yeah.
With the first time ever in Tokyo Dome history, in any event, they sold out 50,000 seats.
46,000.
They at the end said 50,000 was complete seating that sold out.
Okay.
They sold out completely.
Yeah.
First event to do it. We're going to extend our congratulations to
100%.
New Japan Pro Wrestling for being the first ever event to sell out the Tokyo Dome.
Congratulations.
And we all know why.
Mm-hmm.
We all know why.
Well,
but
yeah.
We'll get into it when we get into it. We're going to start off with the opening. Well, not the opening, but the pre-show. Your favorite.
E-L-P.
Versus Chris Brooks of DDT Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
Match was good for a pre-show starter.
It was a very solid pre-show opener. ELP did his thing. I don't really know the other guy.
I don't know the other guy either.
I'm being honest.
We watched DDP sporadically here or there once in a blue moon. DDP, bang, dang, whatever. Anyways, DDT. We watch it.
Shout out DDP.
Yoga. Anyways, DDT. Correction, DDT here. We watch it sporadically here or there once in a blue moon. It's not like New Japan or Noah where we follow it.
Yeah. It was a solid match for a pre-show. I think we gave it, 3?
Yep, it's a 3-star. ELP hits his, as Chris Brook is going for some moves, ELP hits a reverse move, hits a crossbody, then hits his finishing springboard splash.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm. Was it obvious that he was going to retain?
It was very obvious.
Because I don't think they're going to let the DDT wrestler hold a TV title that should be defended as often as they can on a Road 2+ special events.
No, I saw that coming. No.
So it was like, eh.
Yeah. Let's get into the main first match.
So what's the first match? It was your favorite fun one.
Well, it was the 6-man Rambo.
Well, the never open weight 6-man gauntlet Rambo elimination.
Yeah, because I'm going to say all that.
That's what they called it.
I'm aware of what they called it. It was the 6-man
never open weight
Rambo. And it was really fun. It was a very solid match.
It was fun.
Lots of fun moments.
How many teams were there?
I forget.
Yeah, exactly. There was too many to count. Fun match. Lots of great teams, but one nitpick I'm going to have, and I'm pretty sure Evoy will agree with me. Maybe you could have took 2 teams out, and Agreed. It would have been less scrambling, less like who's where.
Agreed. Also, some of those finishes to those teams just felt very underwhelming.
Yeah.
Just over the top rope. Oh my God, what's the point?
I was like, goodness. Okay, over top, great, but then why also have a pin and submission?
It just feels confusing.
It's like you can pin, submit, or over the top.
It feels so confusing.
Make a choice, pin, submit, or over the top only. Don't do all 3.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It feels like too many cooks in the kitchen. And for that reason, I think we went 3.
Yeah, this was a 3-star match.
Yeah.
But the finish was kind of like, it felt like, to me.
I was happy that ZSJ and the boys got gold. Especially Hartley Jackson. He's been really impressing me.
Oh, 100%. But the one thing about the finish, to me, I don't know how Evoy felt.
Mm-hmm.
Zack Sabre Jr. doing his special roll-up pin thingy, and then 1, 2, 3 on Bolton Oleg, who last year they were trying to build as a dominant contender in the never open weight division, singly, and then he moves into the 6-man never open weight division. It's like, bro, it feels lackluster. Couldn't you have ZSJ at least work and earn that pin, not just, oh, we're staring at each other. We're the final two teams. All right, 30 seconds in. 1, 2, 3, over.
Yeah, I didn't love the finish, but I did like the winners, so I'm very happy.
TMDK still never open weight 6-man? Why not?
Well, they're and new.
No, they were still.
No, they were and new. They said it. The Toriano's team got eliminated, and they said we're gonna have new open weight champions.
Oh yeah, 2-time, because it's the second time they won it.
Right.
TMDK's in the never open weight division.
Let's go to match 3, the ladies.
We have champion versus champion. Seiya Kamitani, who is strong, women's champion, versus Sayuri, women's IWGP champion.
And this match was incredible. They went back and forth, counter after counter. They knew each other well. The pacing never felt off.
Nope.
The finish was fantastic. The story they told based on their previous encounters was incredible.
Like, if anyone wants to know something, Sayuri, for anyone who doesn't know, for people who do know, Sayuri was the first ever female to win the Tokyo Sports Award Athlete of the Year award. Mm-hmm. So you should give that something to her that, wow. Sure. And then even looking at Seiya Kamitani, who dominates New Japan Strong. It's like the Force meets the immovable object kind of story, or the Force meets the Force. Put them together.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, for people who are new to New Japan and want to learn, the women in Stardom and the women in Strong, because yes, they don't really do have women in New Japan itself. It's more Stardom and Strong. They put on some of the best matches out of any wrestlers you could see. Watch them and you'll be impressed. They treat them like sometimes better than some of the male wrestlers.
Yep.
They give them, they shine.
They had time, they used all of it, and I was really happy with the finish.
Oh yeah, Sayuri hits the finish, 1, 2, 3, there you go. New, strong, women's champion.
It was the right choice.
Yes, and this match is getting 3.75 stars.
100% deserved.
They deserve it.
They almost got 4.
Almost.
They just came short, but this was incredible and one of the highlights of the evening.
Exactly. Knock on wood, they still can go.
Yeah.
Next we got okay, I understand why this match is what it is, but War Dogs and Affiliates, which versus United Empires.
I hate that name is so stupid.
Yes. And by the way, before going into this match, PWI just brought out
Also, United Empire is just not the same.
No, but what I'm saying is about the name you were talking about, War Dogs and Affiliate. Mm-hmm. PWI put out a thing after Wrestle Kingdom was over that this is the first time since 2013 that Bullet Club does not exist in New Japan, because when they came out, they never said Bullet Club War Dogs and Affiliate. They just said War Dogs and Affiliates.
End of an era. End of an era.
It goes the same way with Undisputed Era. It's a new era for them because your new leader, Callum Newman from last year, and now you have returning.
There's a faction that's in New Japan called the Undisputed Era? Did they...
United Empire. Thanks for correcting me.
I was like, what?
United Empire. Hey.
Well, the United Empire, that just, again, goes to my point that the United Empire is just not the same without Will Ospreay or Kyle Fletcher.
Well, Kyle Fletcher was a new addition later, but you're missing, like, guy. But I get it.
This is my point.
Your leader is Callum Newman now.
And he's not that charismatic.
Then you have returning Andrade El Idolo.
Care less, bro.
But here's a problem with El Idolo returning. No, it's not that. It's the problem. Okay, people did like it. He got reception, but the problem here is he was Los Ingobernables And then he, being the leader of Los Ingobernables, gave Los Ingobernables de Japón to Naito and Bushi, who no longer are in New Japan. So him coming back, you're thinking, oh my God, Los Ingobernables is back. But then he joins United Empire and calls them his real friends. It's like...
And none of it made sense.
It's like...
And again, could care less about him coming back. Could care less that he's in AEW now.
Oh, he's not in AEW. He's signed to New Japan.
Okay, well, very stupid is all I'm going to say, and very big hypocrite. Not a fan of El Idolo anymore.
What do you mean hypocrite? Because
he's like, I'm never going to go back to AEW. Then he goes back to AEW. But then
never going back to New Japan.
Well, both. He said he wasn't going to go back to either. He was going to be in WWE, and then he left, and then he went back to AEW with his hat in his hands, and then he got thrown off because of the lawsuit. Then he got reinstated because of the Roosh thing. Then he ended up in New Japan now. He's bouncing around. I'm tired of it. Pick one.
But also, if you would have returned and said Los Ingobernables is back, you would have probably been hyped. You would have been like, yes, this makes more sense than United Empire and randomly
burned every bridge. I don't like him anymore.
And then we also had debut, which everyone was shocked because you could hear the crowd going, "Oh, Jake Lee."
Yeah.
The face of Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yeah.
Next to Marufuji.
That's a very big signing.
Left
Pro Wrestling
Marufuji to run on his own at the top.
And now we'll get to why that's huge later. On to the next.
Wow, we didn't even talk about this match. We were just crapping on Andrade.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, the match was good. It was solid for what it was. There's not much to talk about. We knew what we were getting. It was hard hitting.
We knew that United Empire was going to win because of Andrade's return and Jake Lee's surprise new signing.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, they cannot lose because it makes no sense then why they're here.
Yeah.
Match, what was it? We had, we had a fun ending, by the way. Everybody's out. Hiromu and Jake Lee are the legal man.
It was a good film.
Boot. 1, 2, 3. What I do like is Hiromu and David Finlay using each other as weapons.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
It's like one suplex the other into someone. Oh, powerbomb me into them. Oh, pick me up and throw me into them. Oh, try to pretend to punch me and I will reverse it and throw you onto them. So it was funny.
For sure. What did we rate this?
This match is getting a 3.5 because it was a good match, but nothing like over the top.
Fair enough. On to the next.
We had, before we speak on the match, I don't know why this match even was a thing. Like, why? You had a 4-way number 1 contenders for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight with Doki healthy enough to be at ringside and healthy enough to try to get in the ring to help said House of Torture member Sho, but was not defending the title on Wrestle Kingdom, but instead the winner gets a shot at the New Beginning in Osaka.
Yeah. But the match itself made up for it, and then some. Amazing, fast-paced, hard-hitting, like I said, just balls to the wall, bell to bell, perfection. I loved it. I thought the finish was great. It ties into the story between Desperado and Doki. It's fantastic.
Like, even at the beginning of the match, when they first started, everyone stared at Sho, and they looked at each other, then all pointed at Sho, and they were chasing Sho for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
That was so funny.
Because people don't like House of Torture, and some of the members of House of Torture have become like punching bags to wrestlers of outside of House of Torture just because they're like, I don't like you. You're a dick. I just want you gone.
I liked how they.
And I like the finish where it's like, hey, El Desperado hits not one but 2 of his finish on not anyone but Sho.
What I also liked about that, though, was there was the false finish with Sho prior to it, where we all thought, oh no, Sho's gonna win.
It it wouldn't make any sense unless Sho was leaving.
But you have the commentary, and they're hyping up the fact that, oh my God, Sho's gonna win. This is such a bad ending. And then here comes Desperado to break it up. 2 finishers, big victory, big pop. Yes. Solid match.
Getting a 3.5 stars. Then after, we had a surprise video package, which was 30 seconds for the Death Invitational 2026.
That should be interesting.
In the United States, in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Speaking of the United States.
But before that, for anyone who doesn't know Death Invitational, I'm just going to explain to some of the people. It's a special event that has wrestlers from death match promotion in Japan come together, and certain wrestlers within New Japan get a special invitation to join the event. And the main event is always a traditional death match, and there's always going to be a death match in a tag and a death match somewhere else.
Well, it wouldn't be a New Japan show without 45 tag team matches.
But this is more of the death match promotion that get together, and they give the invitation to some of the New Japan wrestlers, which has become a tradition now where, hey, here's your invitation, here, you. And it's become a tradition where now it's a partnership with New Japan. Because there are some wrestlers in New Japan that have wrestled in these deathmatch promotions, like
for sure
El Desperado, former deathmatch wrestler.
But the G1 Climax is also going to be in America. It's going to be in Chicago, which I think is even bigger news.
The finals.
It's still very big news.
It is big news.
And I don't know why they put it on the sidelines over the deathmatch invitation. I'd argue the G1's bigger.
They put it on the, hey, look at our 2026 that we already have set.
Should have been its own announcement.
It should have, but also at the same time, they probably sit there and go...
That said...
It's a G1 Climax, and we're not in a big arena in Chicago. We're in a small arena.
That said... Yeah, they're in the Now Arena.
Yeah, smaller.
It's still going to be a great show, I'm sure. That said, we got to move on. We got to get it moving. Next match... Never Openweight Championship. It's Aaron Wolf making his debut against Evil.
Oh, yeah.
The year-long hype that was built up about Aaron Wolf, I was unaware of. I'm going to be honest, of him. It was interesting.
Good match.
They told a cool story. I wasn't too thrilled with his style, but maybe I have to get used to that. I thought Evil carried a majority of the actual wrestling of the match.
But I mean, you learned while watching the match, he's a former world judo champion.
Yeah, they're kind of doing like New Japan Kurt Angle vibes, but I wasn't a huge fan of his style. He was a little slow, a little bulky. The pacing just didn't work for me. That said, Evil balanced it out with some really cool moves. I really liked that House of Torture got involved, and then he took them down with the judo throws. That was a cool way to get us to where we needed to go. Wasn't a huge fan of the finish, but I was okay with it. I don't know how you feel.
It was a good finish because if you look at it, guy's a judo fighter who, in judo, you win by takedown points and submission points. So, like Kurt Angle, as you brought it up, originally when he came in, what was his thing? Angle slam, angle lock, tap out. Same thing goes here.
Yeah.
He got the leg lock choke onto the neck and choked him out, stretched the arm, which was fine. Sure. It fits him. And I like that they gave Aaron Wolf the win because it kind of tells... it tells the story of that Tanahashi personally went to get this man signed. He's proving that Tanahashi didn't make a mistake and proving to show that Tanahashi to Bushiroad and New Japan higher-ups that this was not a mistake.
No,
Look,
I get that.
This is the story
they're telling.
But
there's another part of me that was like, what if he lost? What if he then had to build himself back up? And then you tell the story about the build back up. And then he gets the shot again, and then he beats Evil. We have build up. We have an underdog story. Who doesn't love a good underdog story?
But then the story goes, then Tanahashi, why did we trusted you, and this guy did nothing for us. This guy did nothing.
But
and then what happens?
he will.
But that's
it's
where
about redemption.
But the story,
disappointment into redemption.
I know, but the story here, here is telling that Tanahashi didn't make the mistake to personally sign him and personally
I need to see
build him.
I need to see a rematch between those two, and I need to see Evil take his belt back, because personally I don't think he should have lost. But
Aaron Wolfie's going to hold the belt for a while just because of the story.
It better be Evil that takes that belt back. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, we'll see, because with New Japan, it's we'll see who's next in line. Now, moving into the co-main event of the evening, or the night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to call it evening because it's evening.
Mm-hmm.
Champion versus champion.
Mm-hmm.
IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion Yota Tsuji versus IWGP Heavyweight Champion Konosuke Takeshita.
So excited to talk about this. This match was incredible. It's on par, if not better, than their first match. They're absolutely cooking on all cylinders. They're going back and forth with counters. There's tons of cool spots in this match. I really liked the count-out spot. I thought that everything that could happen in this match did happen. And that finish, the gunslinger finish, oh, that was chef's kiss. What did you think, K-Dog?
Oh, it was a great match. The only thing I'm gonna say with this is, like, champion versus champion. We had champion versus champion earlier in the night. I didn't really want... I get it. I get where they're coming from. They want to take the title off of Konosuke Takeshita. They want someone who's big.
Yeah.
But...
You said a couple videos back it was going to be Tai Chi and Takeshita.
Tai Chi?
Yeah. I think that's what you said.
Tai Chi, the old 40-year-old man who's just
his
coasting?
son or whatever. I forget. I forget what the guy you said. It wasn't this guy.
No, but here's the thing. Champion versus champion. Now it feels like they're going to coast the global heavyweight and make the world heavyweight, or the IWGP heavyweight, seem more bigger, and the global... The value of the IWGP global title kind of lowered because of this. What they could have done, I'm not saying it was a bad match. It was match of the night, 100%. It was amazing belt to belt. Loved every moment of this match.
Yep.
I was glued to my screen, like my eyes were stuck on the screen type.
Mm-hmm.
But
tons of false finishes too.
Right, but they could have done it where, if they wanted this, they could have had Tsuji lose the belt and then build him up and have him grow and
this
grow
is exactly
and grow
the same
and
thing I
grow
just said about Aaron Wolf.
and grow and no, I don't mean lose the belt and lose the belt and grow in the main event spot rather than the mid card spot, because that's what they did.
But
they built him up to make
you want him to lose and then grow. That's the same thing you're arguing against before.
No, this is different. This is him moving
but I
to the
disagree
next.
with you,
no,
by the way.
This is moving to the main event scene rather than growing in the mid card scene and then jumping in to the main event scene.
For the record, I wanted Konosuke Takeshita to win, but I do think that Tsuji was the right choice.
Yeah, it makes sense why they had Konosuke Takeshita lose. They probably saw their mistake and the amount of...
It wasn't a mistake.
Well, it was a mistake because the amount of fans that were pissed off and didn't like the decision, especially Japanese fans. And after Konosuke Takeshita said, I could choose wherever I want to wrestle. It's in my contract. And if you don't like it, too bad. That's kind of a nail in the coffin to say, I'm going to walk with this belt whenever I want. So I get it where they said, we made a mistake putting it on this guy who doesn't value us as much as we thought we did. And the fans hate him. Like, he has go-away heat.
People were very happy that Tsuji won. I do think it ended up being the right choice. It's going to carry us into the new year. I don't see him losing right away.
No.
But that's where I'm a little confused, because here comes Jake Lee at the end of the match to attack Tsuji
at New Year's with that New Year's Dash.
Was it a New Year's Dash?
It was a New Year's Dash.
Who won?
No, they didn't have a match. He just attacked him.
Oh, this was on the show. I watched it on Wrestle Kingdom. He attacked him twice then because he attacked him right after the match with Konosuke, and I was like, really? You're gonna put him in the program now? Because that just guarantees a loss to me.
Well, it makes sense because if you're signing one of the face of Pro Wrestling Noah, you're not going to randomly say, here, go into a random tag story.
But if you're signing the face of Pro Wrestling Noah, isn't he supposed to win on his way in? Aren't we supposed to build him up? Didn't
they let him get the winning pin for United Empire against the current face of the junior heavyweight division?
But you just said don't put him in a tag. If they're going to put him in a main event spot, likely going to be the main event of New Beginning, you can't have him lose. And now they're in a corner, in my opinion, because Suji can't lose, and Jake Lee can't lose because he'll lose momentum. So how do you do that?
This is how you do it. Yota Tsuji at the New Year's Dash, which we're going to talk about, revealed the previous version 4 IWGP Heavyweight title, and to great reception, and Jake Lee stared that belt down. It's like, okay.
They're going to fight at New Beginning.
They will. And where this goes now is, at this point...
You can't put the belt on Jake Lee. But
you can't, because...
But you also can't have him lose clean to Yota Tsuji.
Tsuji will retain because of what happened. He brought back the belt. He got a big reception. They're gonna let Tsuji retain, and then after Tsuji retains,
it's not the right move.
But it wouldn't make sense. He brought back the belt that everybody loved and gave people what they want, only to take it away.
Okay.
What you do is you build, and then you have Jake Lee go on a. You know what? I will do this. I will do that, and then have Jake Lee come back at either Sakura Genesis, which is another big event for New Japan, or you have them go to US and one of the US pay-per-views and have them take it. Or, hear me out.
He wins the G1 Climax.
It's a stretch, but Jake Lee, winner of the G1 Climax.
I mean,
and then you have Yota Tsuji hold the belt till next year Wrestle Kingdom, and you run it back one more time.
And then he wins. Yeah, I could see it.
It's a stretch.
They don't do long term that much.
No, they don't.
And I'll argue the Aaron Wolf thing apparently was one of their first real long term stories.
Hey, it wasn't long term. It was more like a 1 year. Hey, hello, Aaron Wolf's still here. But this match ends with a sharpshooter from Yota Tsuji.
Beautiful. Absolutely
Takesha
beautiful.
taps out. We giving this 4.5 stars.
Match of the night.
Now we move into the highlight. The reason that the Tokyo Dome sold out for the first time ever in history.
Hiroshi Tanahashi's retirement tour, final match on the tour. The final match, Kazuchika Okada versus
the ace of New Japan, President Tanahashi. Now, before we go on, if any of you saw the short that I made, I kind of said that it should have been Nakamura or it should have been Finn Balor. Okada is fine, but I knew you would probably agree with me. Nakamura because one of the...
I agree.
3 Musketeers.
Yeah.
And it can't be Shibata because he's injured, so we could rule that guy out because he's injured. Finn Balor because after leaving Ireland, he went to New Japan.
Yeah.
He was trained by Tanahashi as a young lion. So both of these have like more of a deeper meaning than, Tanahashi and Okada had 3 matches with each other. What makes more sense? Nakamura or Finn Balor or Okada?
They finished their series, and Okada won it. Okada
won. It was a great match. The only thing I didn't like was after Okada pins, he bows, taps Tanahashi on the chest, and leaves. Like, why didn't you stay with the other wrestlers?
I disagree with that. He beat Tanahashi. He has the heat of beating Tanahashi. No one's happy. The whole crowd is pissed off.
They're not pissed off. They clapped.
Yeah, but they didn't want Okada to win. No one wanted Okada to win. You want him to go out on it like traditionally speaking, it was the right move because the guy who's going out puts over the guy. But in this case, Okada's not even part of New Japan anymore.
No.
So that wouldn't have applied. And if Tanahashi had taken a win, I think people would have been a lot happier. That said, on the matter, he didn't stay because he wanted to give the ring to Tanahashi. He wanted to give him his moment.
I know, but there were wrestlers at the ring side.
That's fine, but that's different.
He could have hung out at ringside.
They're all in suits and stuff. It's not his time. He got his moment. The moment was beating Tanahashi. As the heel,
I'm just saying, as a respect.
Sure,
stay there.
That's what he did. He said thank you to Tanahashi and he tapped him on the chest. That's a heel. He kept his heel ways, but he also gave him the ring, which is respect. You don't stay and ruin the guy's moment because it's not your moment.
It's not ruining. It's called respect.
Okay, sure, and he gave him his respect, and then he left because he gave him the ring, and it made sense. It made all the sense in the world to me why Okada wasn't still out there. He had just wrestled the match. He beat the man. It's over between them, and he said his goodbye. That made sense from a story perspective that they were telling of this story, and then everyone came out to honor him. He's in the ring. He's beaten down. He gets back up one last time, and he's honored by all of his rivals.
As he's waving and saying thank you and wanting to leave, first music hits.
And I will say,
Jay White.
Yeah, and then Kenny.
Well, with the Jay White thing, it was like shock.
Was it Kenny? No, it was Will.
Well, yeah, but the whole Jay White music hitting was a shock because
that was huge.
You didn't think he was gonna come back to a New Japan ring in any shape, way, or form for a while. Because
I did think that maybe people were going to come and say goodbye to Tanahashi.
But we didn't think Jay White because he went out on bad terms with management.
Well, we're going to get there.
He came.
But
Will Ospreay comes out.
Will Ospreay made total sense to me.
He came out. And everyone's giving his flower. Kenny Omega and
Kota.
And Kota Ibushi.
Which that was a shock because of how bad terms they ended things.
Kota Ibushi was the first name in this. We're not talking about in the past, in the 90s or 80s or early 2000s. We're talking like current modern day. Kota Ibushi was one of the first guys who really had problems with management, could not stand management, hated everything about it, and purposely in his last few matches, purposely slopped out.
But he showed respect to Tanahashi anyways, and he came through for him.
And here's the other big one. He was not happy that he knew that Tanahashi was going to become President Tanahashi. That was another thing he wasn't happy about.
Yes, but he still came to honor the man that he worked with. And that was
They squashed beef, apparently.
They squashed the beef, and he's hobbling to the ring. I felt horrible for him.
He couldn't even walk properly, and a few steps in, he's like... And you could see Kenny telling him, slow down, take your time.
Yeah, and then we got KG...
Well, before that, we had Katsuyori Shibata.
Yeah.
Shibata comes out, and when Shibata came out, this is where, okay, again, Nakamura should have been there. WWE, go F yourself for holding this man back. You guys can go suck a big cock for all I give a damn.
Man,
I don't give a rat's ass about this. I'm going off on WWE. Nakamura had to make some...
It's not completely on WWE.
Yes, it is.
Nakamura works with CMLL. That's why they couldn't do...
Okay. Nakamura made some BS. Oh, I had to do this. I had no choice because No. WWE told Nakamura, no, you're not allowed to. They probably threatened him with his career. Screw you, WWE. You should have let this man go because this was a big, important moment. One of his closest friends, the man he started wrestling with, the man he went into wrestling together. They trained together. Him, Nakamura, Tanahashi,
I agree that he should have been there, but we're not going to insult other companies. And Katsuyori Shibata.
They, all three of them, were closest friends that went there. This moment should have been a moment. And then Keiji Muta comes in and gives his flowers to Tanahashi and looks at all three of them and says, this is an end of an era. The three of you are done.
That moment made me cry.
They should have let Nakamura go. I'm going to stand by this. WWE is a piece of crap.
Over-talking me right now. That moment
Next was Tatsumi Fujinami, which was surprise. Legend
We'll
in New
just keep
Japan.
letting you talk.
What?
No, it's fine.
It was a legend who was surprising to show up, but hey, a legend who was one of the ace in his time, giving his flowers to the current ace.
Everyone giving him flowers made me cry. By the end of that segment, it made me cry.
Yeah, Bushi comes out
until they went too far.
Yeah.
When they bring out Taitsu Naito.
Well, Bushi comes out and people are like, oh, is Naito coming? Naito's
Of course, Naito's
Pro Wrestling
coming.
Noah music hits, and we're like, yep,
I think that
Tetsuya Naito.
I think they stretched it a little too far. Because, oh my god, Naito took 1,000,000 years to get to the ring like he always does.
That's a Naito thing. And Nakamura was laughing.
The only thing...
Or sorry, Tanahashi was laughing about it.
He's doing this. He's like...
But he was laughing as well because he knows it's a Naito
And then he spits in his face at the end.
He doesn't spit in his face.
He spit... Yeah, he did. He did it as a joke, but he did. I saw it.
It wasn't really a spit in the face. But... everyone being out there giving the flowers, then at the end they all clap, they chant out "Go Ace, Go Ace."
He did this, and then they did it together, and then he was waiting for the cheap shot.
And then the crowd chanting "Go Ace, Go Ace." Best part of it all was the air guitar routine. We got to see
Took way too
Air Tanahashi one last time.
It was lovely until he did it 3 separate times.
It was an amazing moment. If you know, you know.
And then the Tanahashi mobile. The ride around the arena.
30 minutes. Literally, I clocked it. It was 30 minutes and some odd seconds going around the entire Tokyo Dome. I loved it because you're allowing front row people to see you and shake hands and get photos. It's fine. This is Tanahashi's retirement. Give him what he wants. And I'm going to close this with this. This is how you do a retirement. This is a true celebration ceremony for a legend. Not the way WWE did John Cena and Goldberg. Not the way that AEW did Sting. This is how you're supposed to treat legends. We are in
incredible disagreement on Sting. They gave him an incredible send-off. That match was incredible.
I know, but after they didn't give him his proper celebration.
Yeah, we're going to give him
thank you, bye.
Yeah, we'll give him the Sting mobile and he'll ride around the arena.
No, they just had him go on the mic, thank you, and leave. These guys are legends who built a generation. They should at least get a send-off, not to the extent of Tanahashi, but in that level. They deserved it, and everybody should watch what they did for Tanahashi.
Most of what they did with Tanahashi, they also did with Cena. They just didn't have people come out one by one. They had them all come out at once and give him his props.
It wasn't really the
Punk was out there, Randy.
I know, but it wasn't the levels of Tanahashi.
I understand.
This is where they deserve. Like even take a look at this. Kaiji Muta, when he retired, what was his last match? It wasn't on the level of Tanahashi, and this guy, practically built today's generation.
Speaking of on the level, we have not given our rating, so let's give our rating on our final.
This is a 4-star.
Absolute
4-star, and I'm gonna
banger.
I'm gonna close off with thank you, Hiroshi Tanahashi, everything you have done for New Japan.
Thank you, Hiroshi Tanahashi.
I am glad to have watched you.
It's been an honor.
Enjoyed watching you, and for anyone who knows, Tanahashi's been in my top 10 favorite wrestlers for a very long time. Since I started watching New Japan in 2015 and I got really serious in 2018, that's where I was like, you know what? Tanahashi is the guy. I did not miss a Tanahashi beat. Anything Tanahashi did, I was like, I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this because it's Tanahashi.
It was a complete and utter honor to watch his final match.
Yes, it was. He is the definition of ace of New Japan. We can bring up names like Kaiji Muta or the other guy, Tatsumi Fujinami, but no ace was and will ever be bigger than the ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and I am so grateful to have grown up in an era of wrestling to watch you perform.
So overall, what are we giving Wrestle Kingdom 20?
4.
4.
Wrestle Kingdom 20 gets a 4-star overall.
Out of 5.
And Tanahashi, all the best to you as full-time President Tanahashi of New Japan.
We're very excited to
Go
see.
Ace.
Go Ace.
Aishimasu!
We're very excited to see what you do in the future with the company. That said, thank you guys for watching.
Hope you guys enjoyed Wrestle Kingdom 20 as much as we did. And you guys know the drill. Tell them, what do they need to do?
Like and share.
And if you're listening, tell all your friends out there to listen. And yes, like and share as always. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Anyways, remember, as always, enjoy life. Keep on collecting. We'll see y'all for another video.
Peace.